Hey, it's that time again. I want to start a new project. This project originates from something I realized when I was working or at work. Basically, we wanted to roll out a new feature and we didn't want to roll it out to all our customers. And we ran into the issue of having to implement some kind of a flag system, feature flag system. And it took a while for the other team to get up and running, and it is still not at a place where I would say it's optimal, and I had a different vision. But as it was not our responsibility, I just kept that thought to myself. And now it's been, I think, 1 year, 2 years since we started it, and now I'm realizing that it brought on a lot of technical depth into even our project because we are still integrating with it. And overall, it was very dreading process. That's the problem I identified that most likely multiple companies have, and especially for like smaller companies or mid-sized dev teams, onboarding something like this feature flag service takes a lot of effort that can be outsourced, especially because you have to clean it up once your rollout is done and you don't need it all the time. And that's why I thought, hey, maybe this is a good project. I'm not sure if it is going to be like monetizable, but still I think it's a great project just because for me to learn, and that's how I started, or how the thought came up to say. And then what I did is I went to ChatGPT. I had 2 ideas and I let ChatGPT vet the ideas and give me like market, problem, value proposition, stuff like this. So I'm going with the name RedFlags just because I think it's trendy, catchy, whatever. The other idea for my next project was the Score, something like a platform for ELO management. Because I think a lot of indie devs have the same issue. And basically I let ChatGPT argue pros and cons for both and decided to go with RedFlags. And the MVP, or the next thing that ChatGPT suggested, is an MVP goal and a timeline breakdown, which is what I'm going to somehow stick to. I want to see how I could go about this. So the first week is research and MVP planning. I think I'm a little ahead of this. And also something I want to try is bring this in like a project management structure. So have something that I can actually work on, have this more like a actual work project. And yeah, I just want to stick through it. And one other thing that a lot of people in this scene have already started is develop things in public. So that's also why I'm recording this video as early as possible. I want to keep these as like weekly updates, show you what is changing in the weekly plan and what I've done with the weekly plan. And yeah, so this is the intro to this project. This is the kickoff basically. And what I'm going to do this week is trying to bring this in like a Notion template. I tried the ChatGPT functionality, did not work out. Maybe my free credits are at the end, or this does not work. So it provided a link where I should be able to copy this, but it does not actually work. So there's some manual involvement to bring this into like a project management structure, which I want to do. And yeah, with those neighbors now starting the artwork, I think it's time for me to cut this video and end it here. So I will keep you posted. I'll try to make an update every Saturday. And yeah, thanks for tuning in and see you next week.